Good afternoon, everyone. Again, I apologize. I thought my plans were a little bit more set in stone, but I guess they're not. So, we're going to jump right back into it. How about that? With some more Zoo. This time around, a little bit of a different list. This is one that Caleb Durward, is that how you pronounce his name? Caleb Durward had piloted not super long ago. I guess it'd be a little bit over a year ago or so. Anyway, uh, he piloted this on a Magic Online League for, during a video for Channel Fireball, and I kind of picked it up from there and kind of ran with it. And I think this deck is a ton of fun. I've played it probably a couple times at FNM, and we're gonna go ahead and jump into a league with it because I love this deck so much. This deck is probably the grindiest it could possibly be. It might even be the grindiest deck that I've ever played. But man, it is a blast. So we're going to go ahead and fire up a 5-round league and see how well we do. Hopefully better than the last few leagues we've ran. So, and I apologize again if you're just coming back in. If you were here earlier, I thought I had some plans this afternoon, but I guess I don't. They got canceled, and I didn't know until I was already on my way out the door with them. So I had to run over and drop something off for, real quick, and then I just ran back home and decided to fire the stream back up. So hopefully no one's super angry with me at all. All right, finally. Let's do this. Winning the die roll, always great. So I don't mind keeping a hand like this. We have a lot of 1-mana cheaper stuff. Minus this Tribal Flames, we can pretty much choose which ones we want to play here. Unfortunately, we don't have another land. Had, like, let's say this Bolt or this Path been a land, we could have definitely kept it and then done the whole scry trick with Mishra's Bauble. But we're going to go ahead and keep this one anyway. And we're going to play a Bauble, hopefully to sort of get out there a little bit more. Maybe draw into a land, but we're not going to crack it until our opponent's upkeep in case they're playing some sort of Thoughtseize type deck, although they'd probably be more inclined to take the Inquisition anyway. I actually really like leading on Temple Garden here. There's no green-white cards, and Temple Garden Blood Crypt is probably the best combination of lands I can do for the main colors. You don't really need blue until you're going to fire off a Tribal Flames anyway, so let's go ahead and put a stop on our opponent's upkeep here and see what they're drawing. See if we can't figure out what they're doing. Leonin Arbiter. Alright, well, that usually means death and taxes of some kind. Either Eldrazi and taxes or death and taxes itself, like just mono-white, or sometimes even white-green, and very rarely white-blue. It's likely that they're going to try and path me here. But I guess not. Alright, so we drew some lands here. Now this is pretty good. What I'm going to do is just crack this immediately. Now they probably don't have a... they didn't lead on Vial, which is pretty good for us. They didn't... they don't have... Yep, they've got the path here. So this is what we're doing here. We're inquisitioning them because A, we pretty much know that they have a path, but we're trying to force the action because we want to force them to use it before they get the Arbiter down. So they are black-white, Eldrazi, and taxes. So the Arbiter is going to be annoying, but with the path of the last turn, we can play through it. The Displacer is pretty nuts, and the Strangler is pretty good, especially because they can kill whatever threat we play next. Blade Splicer is always just a powerful card. I wonder if taking that is not incorrect. But we also have things like Kolaghan's Command to deal with the Golem token here. And, I think Wasteland Strangler might actually be the play there. Despite that being kind of weird, I think I'm going to go with that. Oops, take my stop off their upkeep there. Yep, they have an Arbiter. Alright, perfect. So, we're actually going to play a land, and we are going to Lightning Bolt the Arbiter. And that way we can search up whatever land we need to with this. Now, if I recall correctly, I don't actually remember off the top of my head. I think our only blue sources are a Watery Grave and maybe a Steam Vents, both of which I can't really cast off of or get off of these. No, we have a Breeding Pool. I lied. So we're going to go ahead and grab a Breeding Pool. This gives us access to Tribal Flames, of course. Although it doesn't access or allow us to double red spell, which kind of sucks. Ideally, we draw a threat here. I think if I draw a threat, I also want to be able to bolt or Tribal Flames, depending on what the threat is. So I am actually going to path this Golem token. And yeah, it's going to ramp them up to a Thought-Knot Seer next turn, because they're going to grab... Oh, they didn't grab a Waste. So I guess they actually aren't going to be Thought-Knot Seering me. And of course I draw the Kolaghan's Command. So, maybe we just hold back here, get a little bit more reactive. Let's see. So how are you guys doing today? Coming back into the chat, into this second league. I'm fairly excited for this. Yeah, you got it. I love playing this deck. I think it's a ton of fun. Hopefully it's as enjoyable as the last couple have been. I know that the last Zoo deck was pretty sweet. Incoming Thought-Knot Seer. Okay, so choose target player to discard. Choose that. Maybe drop down to only one card in hand. Let's see. They played the Blade Splicer, they played the Swamp, they played the Thought-Knot, and they discarded a Wasteland Strangler. So the only card we know that they still have is Eldrazi Displacer. And they have to take the Tribal Flames here, because if they don't, then I just kill their Thought-Knots here. I'd love to draw something like... probably a Siege Rhino. I think Siege Rhino would be pretty good. Sure. Thoughtseize. Well, I'm going to go ahead and take that one, because I want Eldrazi Displacer out of my opponent's hand. And then, unfortunately, I just have to pass here, and I'm going to get punched by the Thought-Knots here. But them's the ropes. I go to 6. Aether Vial, sure. That's pretty late to the party. Another Kolaghan's Command. Well, that's not saving me anytime soon. I can't. Tribal Flames is a sorcery. Grixis. Sorcery. God, I wish it was an instant though, huh? That'd be sick. See, here's where that fetch came into problem, right? I can't double red spell now, and I really want to. And I think we're just gonna go ahead and fire this off, make you discard, blow up your Aether Vial, and hopefully draw a spell that deals with this Thoughtseize next turn. Otherwise, I am super dead. And I got rid of a Thalia. That's not bad. That's a very pretty Thalia. I love that artwork a lot. Going to 2. Come on, Siege Rhino. That's a big boy. Oh, yeah. Let's do it. Let's dance. My Tarmogoyf is gigantic. So now I just got to fade a Path to Exile or some form of removal. Likely a Path to Exile, honestly. I really wish it was an instant. That'd be sweet. Alright. So, yes, please attack me. Alright, so now I'm going to fire this off, and that looks kind of weird. But I only have 4 lands, so I want to be able to... cast a Siege Rhino if I draw it. Well, I'll just draw a land. That's fine. We're just in a sitting match here. Alright. Come on, opponent. Draw something that kills me. Do it. You won't. I'm just going to draw like a Wasteland Strangler, and then I'm just going to have to block the Thoughtseize here. Alright, so the land is pretty bad for us. Alright, let's see. That's not good. Actually, I think the land kills us, right? If they see that. And they're going to, honestly. Yep. It's too bad Goyf doesn't have first strike, huh? That's all good. Okay, so Eldrazi and taxes, huh? Well, these Inquisitions aren't super great. They don't tag a whole lot in their deck. The Thoughtseize is fine. Let's see. I don't really. I like Kitchen Finks. Stony Silence is pretty bad against just Aether Vials. They don't usually have anything else. Timely is maybe okay. Maybe I want Snapcaster Mage just to kind of get a little bit more creature removal down. Abrupt Decay doesn't hit enough. Engineered Explosives doesn't hit enough. Negate is probably okay, but not great. Honestly, I don't like bringing in both blue cards. That's really bad. Maybe Collective Brutality, although that doesn't really hit a whole lot. Maybe just a Timely is fine. Yeah, that seems fine. I would like to play first, thank you. Alright, this hand doesn't have a threat, which is something we kind of want. We have Lingering Souls, but they're a little slow. Timely isn't going to do a whole lot for us, so we're going to go back. We're going to go down to 6. This hand is a little better. That I actually want, because that's going to win me the game very easily. Shambling Vet, sure. We don't have anything to play. There's no reason to rush. Here comes a Dahlia. Sure. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Make sure I don't misclick here. Sacred Foundry. Yep. That resolves. Gosh. Every time with these lands. That's one problem with this deck. I think the list itself is on 22 lands, which is fine. It just kind of sucks sometimes when you get kind of hosed. Sure. And I can't even cast the Grim Flayer. Well, I don't want to keep my opponent's aggression going, so I'm going to Tribal Flames this and just pass. And I'm pretty sure my opponent doesn't have a Thoughtseize here. I think he would have cast it last turn. He or she, I guess. Arbiter, sure. Oh my god. Alright. Land? Not a fetch land? Alright, that's fine. We're going to move on. We're not going to win this one. There's no way we're going to fight through a Leaning Arbiter with a Ghost Quarter. Anyway, this game is not... My deck is not necessarily lined up very well against the deck that kind of cuts your resources when this deck is pretty resource heavy. So we're going to try again with something else, hopefully. Magic is a low variance game. I actually don't want that one, right? I already have a Grim Flayer. I wonder if I can just conceal what I am. Go for the Blood Crypt. Maybe do the whole Grixis Death Shadow thing for a little bit here. See if they think I'm Grixis Death Shadow. Yeah, you can opt in response to my Thoughtseize. You got it. Oh, they mulliganed down, didn't they? Oh, it's Storm. Alright. That's not fun for me. Take Brawl. Actually, I think this is probably fine against Storm. I think this deck will, like, thoroughly put it in them. What was their hand again? They cast Serum Visions. They have one other land, but... We're about to get Storm, chat. Okay, so they drew that. So their hand is Grapeshot, Gifts, Shivan Reef, and one unknown. And we are drawing all the lands. So... Let's see. I want green-white off the other one, so let's do it off of this one. Green-white. There it is. Temple Garden. Yes. We sure do look like a... Sure do look like a Grixis Death Shadow deck, though. Alright, so we have a clock. We turn one Thoughtseize them, so hopefully we don't just, like, die here. Okay, so they drew that. So they're drawing a bunch of lands. And if they have a ritual, they can gifts us. Yeah, Manamorphose is gonna be... I mean, any ritual other than Manamorphose is fine, right? Because, like, is not good for me, right? Because I don't want... Okay, we don't want any of these lands, but we absolutely want this other threat. And unfortunately, I don't want to cast Lingering Souls. Although, God, I just did that in the wrong order. No, I think I need to do this. It's fine. I kind of want to... Oh, well, I should have just put my Wild Nacatl in my graveyard. Jesus. Misplays for days, guys. That's all you got to do with this game. Just misplay as heavily as absolute possible. God, I'm just such a sloppy player today. It's ridiculous. So what are you doing today, Mr. Grixis? You just hanging out? Let's do some damage. Boom. Alright, so Path sucks. Stomping Ground. Okay, and keep the Bolt on top. So now my Grim Flayer is a 4/4, which is all sorts of niceness. I want to play this because I want to be able to... Well, I guess I'm not drawing the Bolt anyway, right? Hey, I'm not that bad at Magic. Calm down. Gifts me at end of turn. Yeah, has there been any new spoilers today? I haven't actually checked. I saw the ones from yesterday, I believe, or the day before, but I haven't actually seen anything super recently. I don't know. Normally people just post it to the Discord, so so I always check it there. Or okay, sure, the normal pile, I guess. All right, so I'm definitely binning those two because now. Oh wait, they have a Manamorphose as well. Because now they have to produce as much mana as possible without these two rituals. And we knew we were drawing that one. And so now if they play their creature, hopefully I can bolt it out of the way. What are we drawing? I'm going to keep the bolt on top because that means if they somehow, like, they may have to do the whole, oh, they got another gifts? Christ. They may do the whole, like, grape shot to shoot down all my creatures. And so, not so far. Hey, I'm doing just fine. All right. The first match was bad. It was not great. I understand, but this one is fine. You can bin those two. Yep. Yep. Oh, I see. Good, because I'm like fighting through storm and being fine. Yep. I don't know how easily they're gonna go through this. Can they? Let's see. Oh, they can just kill me, right? Because they can just make a bunch of mana and then have storm count at 10 or 11 or whatever, and then it's grape shot me because they have the grape shot in hand. Dang it. Sure. I assume my opponent sees it. That's okay. You got me. All right. So sideboarding, we're going to be a lot more controlling. These lingering souls aren't going to do a whole lot. One of these siege rhinos probably isn't going to do anything. We need to be able to close the game. Path so just feels the worst against them. Collective Brutality's good. Engineered explosives and spell bombs are good. Um, let's see. Negate's pretty good. Sometimes they bring in Ascension against us, but I don't know if well, Abrupt Decay is probably fine because it's an uncounterable way to kill their things. Well, let's go with that. Yeah, this one's fine. No disruption, but I'm gonna get out there really quick, so that's good because I need to be able to just like hit them as hard as possible. Sure. I'm happy that you brought bolts in against me, honestly. Sure. Let's see. I probably want to double threat next turn, so actually, I just kind of like having all three of these cards. I could just bin this one. Yeah, I'll bin the Grim Flayer, and I'll say okay, and do that. So then next turn, I can Kolaghan's command, make them discard, return my Wild Nacatl or my Grim Flayer. I should have maybe just put both of the creatures in the bin, but that's fine. Sure. Am I dead? Oh, God. Sure. Pieces is very good. Jeez. So let's see. They got rid of the 3 lands. So they kept the Serum Visions, obviously. Yep, so my Grim Flayer will still hit. Hopefully I'll be able to put something in there that, like that. Honestly, I'm just going to do all this time. And now my Grim Flayer is a 4/4. So next turn I'm going to be putting it in them pretty hard. Can they kill me this turn? I just need like one good draw. Or, I mean, there are a number of draws that would do it, I think. But, jeez. Yeah. It's a lot of Serum Visions. You don't want a shock? Are you sure? Hmm. All 3 of these kill my opponent. Yeah, I'm just going to go top, top, top. Sure. Am I dead? Yep. You have to kill me right now. Or kill my creatures. Sure. They have 1 card in hand, and I have no idea what it is. Sir Woodsy here? He'd really enjoy this matchup, I think. We've had this matchup happen in the past, and where I played this at FNM, and then he brought Zoo, or not Zoo. He was playing Storm, obviously, and you can have the 2 rituals are going to the bin. Let me fan this out. Okay. Those two are going to the bin. So anyway, he was playing. Sure. He was playing Storm, and he ended up blood mooning me, and then I tribal flames to myself, um, to kill myself instead of for like the last point of damage because I didn't want to die to a Baral. It was quite amusing. That was pretty good. All right, so on the draw, I don't actually think I changed anything. I still want to be as proactive as possible. I want to be able to react to all of their threats and be able to blow up things like their graveyard or whatever, or go after their hand whenever I can. And this hand does neither. This hand at least has um, um, I'm probably not in the mood for a third land. This hand at least has an engineered explosives in case they try to goblins me out of the game, because that is definitely something that they try and do for these second and third games. Obviously, we saw it in the last game too, off that gifts. So So we're going to get a green-white land, or green-red land, excuse me, the Stomping Ground. We do not need to pay. We do not need to go down so much life. I don't even know if we want to deploy a threat right now. We want to be able to keep up Lightning Bolt for when they play one of their creatures, because they could just turn 3 us with it. And I think if we can stop them before that, it's ideal. So and this kind of telegraphs that I have a Lightning Bolt to my opponent, because I kept up red last turn. I could have played the Tarmogoyf, um, and now I'm keeping up red again. So they kind of know that I have a Lightning Bolt, but honestly, that's something that I'm okay with them kind of knowing, because I don't know how easily. Yeah, here's the gifts. I don't know how easily they're going to be able to play through a bolt anyway, and they have no way of taking it, right? Like, it's going to take a couple of turns before they can do anything about my Tarmogoyf or stopping me in my hand, so. And this could just be like a value gifts almost. Maybe going to get a creature or two. They could even, if they're playing that version that has it, they could even go for the uh, like Baral, Electromancer, Nauseous Revival, and then X. But it looks like they're going to try and hand us some things, so I'm going to take their cantrips. I'll let them have a Desperate Ritual and a Gifts Ungiven, that's fine. Or not a Gifts Ungiven, a Past in Flames. It was actually something that I used to be very adamant about, which was taking putting the Past in Flames and the Manamorphose in the graveyard, but I actually think that's wrong in a lot of cases. You kind of you need to try and find their bottleneck for a game, and I think my opponent early on in the game, their bottleneck is very easily going to be mana, especially with like 6 cards in hand. Their bottleneck is not cards. Their bottleneck is mana. So taking all of the rituals is usually the right case. Yeah, here's the Manamorphose. Or here's a Manamorphose. Am I dying? EE for 2. Sure. You should blow that up. You should, like, absolutely blow that up. I would love it if you did. And I'm going to go ahead and go ham and try and force you to do it. Maybe I can punish my opponent a little bit by playing the E on 2. They can't deal with both threats that I have in play because I have both the Spirit tokens and the Tarmogoyf. And I'm still holding up this land, which can go grab a Blood Crypt, which could still hit a potential mana dork or creature, whatever you want to call it, from them. And they're at their end step. Yeah, that's fine. And see here, I'm going to grab a Blood Crypt. That way I can double red spell if I need to. Oh, baby. That's a big one. Okay, so I'm going to go to combat. I think keeping up the bolt is important. And so now, I'm just going to flash back the Lingering Souls. Because there's plenty of sorceries over here for my Goyf to be still pretty big. And I need to keep up the bolt, so I need to keep up red. Gifts? Yep, you got it. So, now mana isn't their problem, I don't think. So I only want them to have Grape Shot once. And I think cards is more their bottleneck versus the mana. Oh, yeah, go down to 10. Do it. Yep. Yep. Oh, geez, they're splicing. They have a lot of mana. Gosh, I had no way to nuke their graveyard either. GG's, opponent. God, I thought we almost had that one too. Man, streaming has not been nice to me. There we go. Let's get in here. Yeah, I'll keep this one. Although I really want, ideally, another creature. Am I going to get stormed again? Or is this Jess guy? Yeah, this could still be Storm. Dig in the ice. Okay, so we fought this deck earlier. This deck was weird. But we could still do it. It's not a hard matchup to fight through, I think. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that was the same way it was yesterday, too. It just sucked. Like, or not yesterday, Monday. Got my weeks all jambled. This whole, like, Monday off was weird. Having Labor Day weekend off for the 3-day weekend or whatever throws my entire week off. I know, opponent. What am I doing? I have no idea. Why don't you tell me? Manamorphose. If my opponent flips Thing in the Ice's turn, I'm just going to be like super dead. Kill my dude? Sure. I figured as much. Huh. I think I'm all about just killing this guy. I don't like wasting 2 cards on it, but that might be where we're at right now. Were you in here earlier, Grixis, when I was talking about what we're doing on Mondays now? Well, not only just going through the memes, we're gonna be doing we're gonna be playing all the memes that we've played recently, and we're gonna try and do it like fix them every single time we go through it, so that we can hopefully start doing better with them. Sure, you have another ascension. Uh-oh. No, I'm not going to use the Tribal Flames just yet. Jeez, 3 Ascensions. God, if my opponent ever gets these things procced, I am, like, super dead. Another Tribal Flames? Okay, well, that's fine. I'm okay with that one, too. So yeah, next Monday we're going to start it off with Grixis Dragons again, which will be a ton of fun. That deck was a hoot. Is my opponent at my mercy? Boom you? You need a counterspell. Sure. The only unfortunate thing is that now I have 2 4-X's and a bolt in hand. I'm going to fix it up. So I'm going to go through and fix up the land base. And then I'm going to go through and fix up some of the cards a little bit. Like which cards we're running or whatever, and hopefully that'll do things. What you got, opponent? I ideally would like to be able to hit. Oh, we went to damage. Boom! So yeah, I've got an updated list for Grixis Dragons. It kind of dropped some of the stuff that I'd suggested in the last stream, and then fixed up the land base a little bit. It's pretty sweet as far as decks go. I think the way that it looks really sweet now. Let's see. I want a negate. I probably want a number of Collective Brutalities. Probably want this Abrupt Decay. Maybe a Nihil Spellbomb or 2. Let's see. Drop these lightning bolts. Probably drop Tribal Flames. Well, no, I probably want that. I probably want to drop these Lingering Souls. Yeah, let's go like that. And if you have any more decks that you want to do that too, go ahead and shoot them my way, and I will definitely do that. And that's actually a good thing. I know there's only a couple of you in here, but for both of you, if you want to see me play something on stream that maybe is a little out of the ordinary, and maybe want to have me like fine tune a list over time, I will absolutely do that. Just shoot me the list in like some sort of message, um, either on Twitch or like if you're part of my Discord, the Discord, but at that same time, not everyone is. Um, but if you want me to run something, I absolutely will. I love just playing stupid things. I rent cards, so I can always like do whatever and build whatever I want to. So, sure. And I know there's only, again, there's only a couple of you, but thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, please click the follow button. That way you can help other people find my stuff as well as help support me as a streamer and maybe move forward a little bit. A little bit more. I'd like to continue to play a bunch of things on stream. It's always a ton of fun. Let's see. I probably want black red, right? Blood Crypt. Yes. And I'm gonna Collective Brutality with 2 modes. Actually, do I need to? I think I just go up to their hand, right? Blood Moon? That's not very nice. Dang it, Bobby. That's fine. Think I can still nuke his graveyard with a Nihil Spellbomb. So, I don't know. Maybe it's fine. It's not going to be the greatest, but oh God, Blood Moon. I actually should have thought about that, and I didn't. I'm kind of glad I brought in that Abrupt Decay now because I just absolutely did not think about that. You got it. Swamp? Dang it. Hmm. My opponent doesn't have an answer for this. We are going to slowly kill them. Ah, see, this is why you play matching cards. I know he still has an opt in his hand, even though he already played one. That's pretty good. Hmm. Alright, let's move on to the third game. I don't know if I can win this one under a Blood Moon. Definitely something I should keep track of moving forward, though. Hmm. Wonder if that's consideration for something like that. Yes. My first turn. Unfortunately, there's only a forest and a swamp in my main deck. Sure. So what do you guys want to see next? Because I assume this league is going to be a little quick one. Got anything in mind? Not really. I don't know. I could load up something competitive and actually like decent, and then maybe hopefully do better than like 2-3 like we did with Zoo earlier. Sure. He needs those land drops apparently. Sure. Can't really fight through that one. Alright, we can still run it though. This deck is sweet. I'll play a bunch more of it. We'll do 2 more games, and then we'll find something else. Or 2 more matches, excuse me. My gosh. Okay, let's see. Hmm. Yeah, this hand's probably fine. Turn 2 Thoughtseize, or turn 1 Thoughtseize into turn 2 Grim Flayer is probably pretty good, and we're gonna get Troned. Sweet! Don't you just love Magic? Magic is a fantastic game. I'm just gonna Lightning Axe myself real quick. Don't worry about it. Oh, God. Well, their payoff is card liberated, so we're gonna take it. Just gonna go ahead and yield through this turn. Mr. Grexis, you still here? Are you watching me getting Troned? This feels super fun. My God. Oh, gosh. And that relic is just gonna be... Just gonna put it to us. Well, good thing is our life total doesn't really matter, so I can just burn the crap out of myself. I hate everything. I really do. Sure. Yep, I have a 2/2. It's so good, though. Well, hopefully I can put a fast enough clock on them. Next turn I can... Oh, there's another relic. Sweet. Next turn I can go Lingering Souls. Probably not going to be... See the second half of it anyway. And then I can go the next turn Siege Rhino and hopefully just, like, put it to them. We're just going to go ahead and... Let's see. Let's get a Godless Shrine, which means that no matter what land we get next, we're gonna we're gonna be able to get our Siege Rhino in play. And we can sculpt our next draw, which will be kind of nice. Sure. Inquisition's probably fine. I don't really need the swamp, and I don't really need the creature. I'm not going to Inquisition next turn anyway, but... yeah, it's probably fine. It's not going to hit anything anyway. Yeah, it's a pretty sad goose. It's a pretty sad life. Playing this grindy, stupid deck that's not very good against Tron, and then just dying to Tron. Like, oh, look at that. They've got 1,000,000 mana. And an Oblivion Stone. Sweet. Sure. Sure. Sigh. Well, I think I'm just gonna play this darn Siege Rhino. Not even worry about it. Just gonna die to a Karn. Perfect. I don't even know if I have the right tools for this matchup. Like, Stony Silence is probably pretty good. Ancient Grudge is fine. Nothing else really does anything. Bolts are pretty bad. Gosh, this I am just not a fan. Not a fan of Tron. Which I guess makes sense, right? I play Jund a lot. Jund dies to Tron. Sure. Who cares? It's just so... Wow, this hand is terrible. I'm going to take your Sylvan Scrying. And of course. Of course. I guess, did they keep a... No, they didn't keep a 6-lander. Or 6-card hand. Oh, right. Sorry. I do the second land, so that's useful. Sorry, guys. I'm just, like, very distracted, not really paying attention. There's a reason why I fetched so wrong right there. Hmm. Oops. I cannot pay attention. Alright. Okay. I'm back in it. Hopefully I can attack my opponent down fairly well. God, do I hate getting Troned. Yep. I don't know. If I draw another fetch land, being able to Oh gosh, if we draw a Kolaghan's Command, this is going to be hot. Kolaghan's Command? Oops! Opponent, I'm sorry. Not really. You're playing Tron. This is a friendly league. You deserve... Oh god, I just skipped through my attack step. I was so excited, chat. Damn it. I was so excited. Oh, that's good. Oh, man. My creatures are artifacts, too. They can't attack. It's fine. Grafdigger's Cage. You got it. You got me. Oh, baby. Let's do it. Oh, my gosh. Give me that. Watery Grave. God, they'd be so dead right now. They are so dead right now. Woo! Let's do it. Alright, opponent. Welcome to Thunderdome. Let's do this. Always lucky, never good. Hey, that's my life motto, okay? Don't make fun of me. Dude, Siege Rhino? Yes! Let's do it. Throwing that bad boy right there. Oh yeah, next turn you are super dead. You better have a way to blow up my Stony Silence and a way to wrath me. Tron Online into Ugin. Hey, you shut your mouth. We don't do that here, okay? Let's fight. How does that sound? You're at 2? You're at my mercy, opponent. How does that feel? Oh, you know what feels even better than Tribal Flames? Playing a Siege Rhino into killing my opponent. Oh yeah, let's do it. Let's dance, opponent. Boom. Oh yeah. Perfect. Running it back. Look at this. God, I wasn't even paying attention to half that game. And I just like, man. People never respect this card. Stony Silence should be in every sideboard. Telling you right. Oh, yeah. Keeping that one. Keeping that one. Sure. I'm going to Lava Axe myself on turn 1. And it's going to feel good. Where's my Godless Shrine? There you are. Hello. Let me see your secrets. You're right. You should put 4 Stony Silence into every deck that you play. That kills a creature. That's not very nice. But your hand sucks. I'm taking the Spatial Contortion because you can't kill my threats now. I think my opponent might have overboarded last game. Put in a Grafdigger's Cage, and that doesn't really do anything against me. What'd you get? 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 Tower? Do it. Oh, you played the star. No, you had the sphere. Dang it. O-Stone. Uh-oh. What does my opponent not realize? They're like super, super gone. See, I think the correct play here is to put my Grim Flayer into play. Because they can't actually play O-Stone and pop it next turn, even if they hit Natural Tron. Because they hit Natural Tron, they'll have 7 mana, and it costs 3 and then 5 to blow up everything. So they need 8 mana, and they're not going to have it next turn. So I'm going to put down my threat, and then next turn, I'm going to Stony Silence them after they've played their O-Stone and assume that they're okay. And then they're going to die, and I'm going to feel really good about it. I love this. I love it when Tron players just like flail around and do nothing and then just slowly die. Oh my god, it feels good. Play a Sylvan Scrying. Go get your tower. Oblivion Stone. Sure. Too bad. So sad. This shouldn't even be allowed. This should not be allowed on Twitch's terms of service. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Hold on a second. I'm attacked first. I want them to know. It's not about hurting. It's about sending a message. Let's hope you don't have anything else. I know none of the cards in my opponent's hand. But now they have Tron. Relic seems pretty good. It's very, very good with all of this Stony Silence going on. I'm just going to hurt myself a bunch. I don't really think it matters, to be perfectly honest. Flashback, Lingering Souls, play the Tarmogoyf. Pass the turn. What you got, opponent? Is it a Nugan? If it's a Nugan, I'm just going to cry. It's fine. Chromatic Sphere. That's not a Nugan. Four. Fine. That's a Worm Coil. That's pretty good. Especially because I know that this Tarmogoyf is on top of my library. Sure. Yes, I would like to search because I don't need that Tarmogoyf. I would like that Path to Exile, though, please. Oh, that's not a Path to Exile. Really gonna force you to do it, opponent. Oh, god damn, I love this game. Woo! Let's dance! You think he's gonna forget combat this turn? Show me what you've got. Come on. Something good? Out of here. I don't really want to just, like, murder myself down to a low life total. But... actually, they don't play lightning bolts, right? It's fine. I need red. Yeah, I've got red. Give me that. Yes. Which one is the lifelink one? This one? Can't really play around Nugan anyway. It's all one card I'm worrying about. Come on. Come on! Of course it is. Don't even worry about it. GG's, opponent. Well, maybe they'll click to their combat step. Dang it. Whoo! Mr. Grixis, are you in for some counters company? Does this sound fun for you? Sounds fun for me. Alright, everyone, I'm going to go ahead and throw on a Be Right Back screen. I have to go through and trade my cards out. Yeah, sounds decent. Basically, to run the list that I had, that I ran at the PBTQ with like 2 minor changes. I'm actually testing out a single land over one of the Horizon canopies. Testing out like a Razor Verge thicket. I noticed that at the PBTQ I was taking a ton of damage from the Horizon canopy over the course of the game, and so I want to like see if it's any different if I'm running like the one canopy and one Razor Verge thicket versus 2 canopies. And then I also would like to. I'm gonna test out a what's the name of the card? Remorseful Cleric in the sideboard. Remorseful Cleric is just like really sweet. Um, and so I wanna do that because that card's really cool. It's really good against the graveyard decks in Modern, and it's just like a quotable threat. Plus, I've just been itching to play Court of Calling and Collective Company again. Deck is hot fire. Yeah, you're not wrong. Like that's exactly what it's gonna be. But hey, it's only because of my luck. I mean, come on. We're just waiting on mana traders to get through with the trade here. So I apologize. I know the Be Right Back screen is kind of boring, but that's about the best I got. Alright, just finishing up my trade here. I really wish there was like a select all button. And if there is, someone in chat might tell me about how stupid I am and don't understand that there's a select all button. Hmm. So yeah, like I was saying, I sure do. This list is basically the exact same list I ran at the PPTQ this past weekend, minus I have um oh oh right, I dropped up birds for a noble. Let me fix that real quick. So anyway, I dropped a Horizon Canopy for a Razor Verge Thicket, and then I dropped let's see, I dropped a I don't even remember what I took out of the sideboard. Oh, I took out the Meddling Mage for a Remorseful Cleric. I want to try this card out, and I actually think it might actually be better than just one of these other cards, maybe even the Scavenging Ooze. The Scavenging Ooze overperformed against what's the name of that deck? Bridgevine, but it was like really bad otherwise. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and load this up. Let's go ahead and do it. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. Just while we're sitting here waiting for this league to pop off and everything. I really appreciate everyone hanging out here, even though it's just a couple of you. Uh, Definitely want to keep doing streams like this. It's a ton of fun. I have a lot of fun doing it. I know that a lot of the time it's just me losing, but I'm okay with that. I get to basically commentate on my game, which I want to do in real life all the time anyway. So thanks for hanging out. I appreciate any advice you have that you give in the chat. It's always fun to do and interact with you guys like that. Even though a lot of the time it's either not correct or it's just like very good compared to whatever I did because my brain can't function when I'm on stream apparently. So, you know, but if you guys want to see more of me, make sure to hit the follow button. Um, I'm going to be posting these videos to YouTube sometime in the future. So if you are watching on YouTube, hello from the past. And maybe hopefully that's the future doesn't suck. We're not in like a post-apocalyptic world. Um, and if we are, well then how are you watching this? To be perfectly honest. But outside of that, I hope you're enjoying the video. I hope you're not you're not laughing too hard at me scrubbing out and making terrible misplays. But if you are, oh well. Let's see. Inventor's Fair? Hmm. That either means KCI or what's the name of the other one? It's either KCI or Lantern? God, I really hope it's not Lantern. That means KCI. Yep, that's KCI. Sweet. Okay, so I didn't actually face this at the PPTQ. There were a couple of KCI players there, and I managed to dodge them. I wonder if we're quicker than they are. One thing I do know is that this Reflector Mage is just gonna like not be anywhere near useful. 2 Vizier of Remedies is not good. But we need to be attacking them as much as possible, so we're just going to go as ham as we can. They're going to play, yep, Mindstone, sure. Draw a card. Please draw a card. I think I'm okay with you drawing a card right now. I'm less okay if you just play another artifact. That's not really what I want you to do. Well, that sucks. Thankfully, I have this Eternal Witness, so Tyler Striker would be good. Okay, we're going to go to attacks. We're going to attack with the Noble because we know they're going to pop off this. Engineered Explosives, I want to make sure that I'm getting damage through. If anything, I think I can play the E-Witness next turn, buy back my land, get a couple clues, maybe go hopefully fast. They're going to have to... Okay, sure. They're going to go off, so let's let them do their thing. This deck, unfortunately, normally I'm a big fan and advocate of, hey, if they have the payoff, show it to me, and then I'm done. But this deck can, like, hardcore brick. Not as much on Magic. Okay, 2 Scrap Trawlers means that they probably got it. There's the explosives. Yep. Yep. Okay, that's lethal, right? I don't remember how to open chat. There it is. He has the Pirate Spellbomb. I'm trying to think. Spellbomb, Mirror Retriever. He has the loop, right? You got it. Yeah, I'm not going to make you click through it. You've got it. Wow, mismatching birds. Dang it, Bobby. Okay. Spellskite's pretty bad. Kasali Pride Mage is good. Reclamation Sage is good. Unified Will is pretty good. Eidolon of Rhetoric is hilarious. Maybe Remorseful Cleric. So Judge's Familiar is bad. The Selfless Spirits don't really do anything. And the... What was the other one that I needed? Oh, the Reflector Mage is pretty bad. And then I can cut a Vizier, so that's probably fine. Yeah, that's what I figured it was. I wanted to double check to make sure that that was that he had the full loop, or he or she had the full loop. Um. Well, I mean, this hand doesn't really do anything, but an Eidolon of Rhetoric is gonna like stop them. So, especially on the play, maybe we'll get there. Sure. You have a land. So do I. Turns out. Turns out we're both playing lands, not, just to cast our spells. No one's broken Manaless Dredge in Modern yet. As much as I'd love to say that I've broken Manaless Dredge in Modern, I definitely haven't. What creature removal do they bring in? Does anyone know? I just have, like, no idea. They probably have, like, Dismembers or something. I wonder if I want to bring in... Okay. I'm going to play a little bit risky here. I'm going to play the Noble out, assuming that they're going to try and either kill it, or they're going to not kill it, and then hopefully I have access to 5 mana next turn, which I guess still doesn't do anything. I can't Eidolon and Spell Queller in the same turn, which is what I ideally would like to be able to do. Yeah, Icarid I think would make Manaless Dredge like super good. But I mean, Manaless Dredge in Legacy used to use Gataxian Probe, and that deck kind of like died when Gataxian Probe got banned, if I recall correctly. Okay, so Duskwatch means that I can... I'm just going to play Eidolon. Hold on. Whoa. Play Duskwatch first. Crack this. Go get a forest. Then play Eidolon. Don't want to screw myself with my own Eidolon. Now, next turn, if I draw a land, I can Chord for 2 and keep Spell Queller up, which is, like, very good. But yeah, Mr. Grixis, Icarid, I think, would help make Manaless Dredge a thing in Modern. It'd be kind of funny, honestly. Sure. So, my opponent hasn't scooped, so I assume they have some sort of, like, answer here. I think the one problem with Eidolon is that it's an enchantment creature, because that might actually kill us. Where they just say, if they have, like, I don't know, what's the name of the Nature's Claim or something? Nature's Claim would, like, actually do it. Engineered on 3, sure. Alright, so if I draw a land, they cannot crack this right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swing for 2. Or 3, excuse me. I forgot about Noble Hierarch. Now I'm going to chord for 3. And I'm going to go get a Rex Sage. And blow up their engineered explosives. He can EE if he has it. I would like to use that. It's funny that that's a May. Now, does he have another EE on 3? If he does, I think I'm dead. Well, I'm not dead. I just lose these two idiots, and then I have to, like, beat down with this thing. Scrap Trawler, sure. Oh, right, he can, like, buy stuff back. That's fine. See, now I can chord for Remorseful Cleric, which I think... I actually wanted to swing with this thing, right? Okay, so this thing will flip on my next on my opponent's turn. I can chord. Ooh, actually, I can chord for. I can chord. No, I dropped the Selfless Spirits, right? Yeah, I did. Dang it. I could do that, but I gotta think here. I can spell Queller the EE when it comes down though, and that only requires 3 mana. So that means I have one. I don't really have any 1-drops I can go get, so that's fine. But I could do a 2-drop. Well, no, I can't, because I can't double spell with Eidolon. Bolt my Duskwatch Recruiter. Yeah, that's fine. Do you have a sack outlet for your Ichor Wellspring? Get your Engineered Explosives back? Mox Opal? Sure. That halves for a mana. Oh, he can't cast anything else. He's okay, sure. So I'm gonna chord then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So X is 3. I'm gonna get an Eternal Witness. Eternal Witness is gonna buy back this Court of Calling. What I tell you, man, green is the best color in Magic. It is the best. And I know that a lot of people would disagree with me, but they're wrong. Oh my god. Oh, baby. Sure. So this Rex Sage is gonna get frisky. Bolt the Rex Sage? Sure. That's fine by me. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit back. I don't really think there's anything that I don't need to do anything. Okay, so here's the question. Do I Queller? Well, yeah, actually I should, because I have Eidolon, I should Queller his, I should Queller the Engineered Explosives, right? Goose is not a blue card, you're a liar. That is a piece of broccoli on it, just like all these cards. Pieces of broccoli, except this guy. This guy doesn't. Oh, my opponent's gonna scoop. It's gonna feel good. Uh-oh. Do you want to scoop now, or we can move on? I'm okay with that. Yep, that's what I thought. Oh, look! Spell Queller says my opponent loses the game on it. I didn't even realize that. That's so weird. Alright, so Unified Will becomes worse because I'm on the draw. And maybe Scavangling Ooze is better. Although, we saw a bunch... Well, actually, no, they have EE, right? So I should put a Selfless Spirit back in. Yeah. Yeah. Keep. This has got a turn 3 potential in it. If my opponent has no interaction, they just, like, die. I actually really do like this Painless land. I wonder if that's better than the second Horizon Canopy. Because, like, it's so rare that I draw a card with Horizon Canopy. But, like, I think having one in the deck is probably fine. Sure. Make a red. Bolt my dude. Are you gonna bolt my creature? How dare you? That's so mean, opponent. Aw. He died. She died. How mean. My opponent's a rude person. Yeah. I'm gonna play out the Vizier. What you got, opponent? Anything good? Probably not. You're playing KCI. Oh, you got a KCI, though. Rexage? Oh, that's an E-Witness. That's not bad, actually. But I'm just going to put it to you. Take 2. I'm countering just about any spell that they cast right here. God, especially since they cracked the Mind Stone. Oh, man. What have you got? A whole lot of nothing, huh? Funniest thing about this deck is, and I believe this a little bit more than the other ones. So there's a couple different versions of this deck. There's the elf version, which is just basically green white, and it's just like an elf deck that has Devoted Druid in it that kind of splashes for a Vizier of Remedies. And then they have like a couple sideboard cards, probably like Stony Silence and stuff like that. But that deck is a little bit different. It has like lords and stuff for that was really oops. That was really bad on you, opponent. And then there's the Abzan versions, which is the more popular version, I think. Um, which just plays the old like Malira combo decks and stuff too. And then there's this version, and I really like this version because I feel like this deck doesn't play a whole lot of the sort of tempo, or it doesn't play a whole lot of like the aggro deck like the Abzan version can, because it plays like Kitchen Finks and stuff. This deck plays a very tempo game, which can be very good when your backup is a combo, right? If my backup wasn't a combo, I don't think I'd care about it as much. Alright, so next turn... Well, I guess if my opponent doesn't do anything, they're dead. Because I'm going to Chord for 2 and go get... Chord for 2, go get Devoted Druid. E-Witness back my Chord, go get... what's the name of the guy? Duskwatch Recruiter, and if they don't have any interaction, the game just ends. So yeah, I really like the Bant version. Also, I just really like playing the colors of Bant. They're great. Just about every deck that I've ever played with Bant has always been just like a blast. It's just a good color combination. A fun color combination. Sure. Okay. I'm going to go get a forest. Chord for 2. Do you have a way to interact with me? Come on. We got there. All right, real quick before I jump into this next one, I'm going to run to the restroom, okay? So I apologize for everyone who has to sit here and wait for me, but it'll be just a second. All right, everyone. I'm back, and hopefully this time we can actually cast Collected Company. That's actually one of the things that happened to me at the PPTQ too. I didn't see the card Collected Company for like 3 or 4 matches, and then I just saw them everywhere. I faced 2 control decks in a row, and I saw like collectively probably like 5 or 6 of them between the 2 matches. It was quite insane. Collected Company is a very strong card. Very good against control, too. Geez, they just cannot handle that card. Alright, let's jump back into it. Come on. Time in queue, 40 seconds. Jeez, come on. Get your stuff together, Magic Online. There we go. Just as I say it. Alright. And this hand is really nice, actually. Man, I am going to snap keep this, and if my opponent doesn't interact with me, they are dead. Ooh, tapped Blood Crypt. Wonder what that means. God, Razor Verge Thicket too? That was a good draw. I really like this Razor Verge Thicket. I'm going to say that every round we play it. I've had it every game, actually, on turn 1. Forked Bolt? What is going on? Who plays Forked Bolt anymore? Some guys dying to elves a lot. Mountain? It's just like a really bad burn deck. Faithless Looting. Okay. Is this Mardu Pyromancer? Swamp and Mountain. Okay. Sure. I'm very confused as to what's happening. Court of Calling is a good draw. I love Court of Calling. God, this card's so good. Alright. Are we about to get Blood Mooned? That'd be sick. Cast Blood Moon against me, opponent. Do it. You won't. It's so bad against... Oh my god, it's so bad against us. Oh, this is sweet. Perfect. Come on, I'm so close. Oh, what a tease. What a tease. That's fine. You're dead anyway. Oh, wait, I can just kill them right now, right? Make a green, untap. Make a green, green. 1, 2, cord for 2. Vizier. This is the only problem with playing this on Magic Online. X is currently 3. Done. Duskwatch Recruiter. Got it. Hey, look at that. We still turned 3 then through Blood Moon. Blood Moon is too strong. God, that card's so good. I don't even know what my opponent was doing, to be perfectly honest. I wonder if they were playing some really bad Mardu Pyromancer deck. And if they are, then I wonder if I want these Blood Moons. They're probably gonna, or I want these hate cards against Blood Moon. Maybe not that one, but Reclamate. No, we probably want both. Against Mardu Pyromancer, I definitely want Remorseful Cleric. I don't even know if I want Path to Exile, though. I probably want Shalai. Well, Shalai might be a little slow, to be perfectly honest. But I want these Kitchen Finks. So, I'm going to cut a Spell Queller and 2 Viziers and a Birds of Paradise. Done. You're right. I had a single basic in play, and I still got him. I almost clicked through my turn, too. Oh my god, I was so stupid. I didn't even think about the fact that I just, had it, ready to fire off. My opponent is choosing whether or not they want to go first, and they're taking their time. Alright, Remorseful Cleric is good. Actually, yeah, this hand's fine, right? Because I've got Devoted Druid on 2, Cord for Vizier, Cord for Duskwatch Recruiter. I'm just going to turn 3 them. It's fine. Oh, Jesus. Our opponent is probably not the happiest person in the world. Whew. I love this deck. This deck is so sweet. God, we got last round so quickly, too. Ah, let's do it. Let's dance, opponent. Come on. What you got? Thoughtseize me? Is this just some, like, weird Mardu deck? I don't understand what's going on. I really don't know what they're doing. Well, we have the way to stop Blood Moon in case they try and play it against us. Do you have the answer to the Devoted Druid? If you've got a Path to Exile, I'm going to show you a neat trick. Path to Exile hates it. Push it to the limit. You got it. Sure. So close, chat. So close. We almost had it. It's fine. They're gonna try and Blood Moon us, and I'm just gonna laugh. Oh, Blood Moon's so bad. Oh man. All right. Yeah, iconically these decks, these like sort of grindier mid-range decks, like Mardu, Abzan, Jund, they have like such a hard problem fighting through these Collected Company decks, because like you'd think like, oh, the deck full of creature removal is really good against the deck full of creatures, and normally that's true. Like, it is super not true against the Collected Company decks, because they play cards like Collected Company and Court of Calling that just put out so much value. It's so hard for them to fight through, and that's exactly what's about to happen. Like, my opponent hasn't done anything in like 2 turns, and I'm just gonna slowly kill them with this. And I'm gonna Spell Queller any spell that they cast. E-Witness is good, but I honestly, I just don't have to do anything. That's the one thing that's good about these, against these like mid-range style decks too, is that this deck can just sit here. It can just do nothing. And I'm gonna sit here and slowly attack you with this creature. And the Bant version more so, right? Like, these company decks usually have other things too, but like, I'm just gonna sit here on this Kitchen Finks and just slowly attack you in this Bant version, and you're just not gonna be able to do anything about it. And especially because I can just keep mana up, and if I have a Collected Company, if I have something like a Spell Queller, like, any of these are gonna do stuff. And it's just so stupid how easy this game is against these decks. At the PPTQ, I had a problem against Mardu Pyromancer, because it was just such a nightmare to fight through. Um, I want a breeding pool. I like green sources. White Spell Queller. Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like, right? It just, he has so many lands and it's just not doing anything. See, and I don't know. I don't know if this is Mardu Pyromancer either. Demolidor. That name is sick, by the way. Big fan. Um, yeah, I don't know if this is. I don't think it's Mardu Pyromancer. And if it is, they're playing a very weird brew. Like, they have a plains, which a lot of the Mardu Pyromancer decks don't. Uh, they don't play. Well, I guess they don't play. They do play some mountains, but they don't play that many mountains. Please Blood Moon me. Oh my god, that'd be fun. Fatal Push, sure. Helix my Finks, sure. You got it. Yep. And see, here's the thing, right? Like, I'm just gonna go ham on this Kitchen Finks again, and if I draw a land, oh, they've got the Fork Bolt, sure. I was like, if I got a land, I can just Gavany Township, but that went out the window. If I draw a land, though, I'm gonna E-Witness Devoted Druid. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one, chat. Are we happy? I'm so happy right now. Anger of the Gods would be very good against us. I agree, Mr. Grixis. That would be super unfun. But, spoilers, I have a very powerful instant in my hand, and my opponent's not going to do anything about it. I'd love to see you counterspell this. Oh, baby. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just like that. Just like the doctor ordered. What are you doing? Please don't. Come on, that's not very nice. Yeah, I'm just going to discard this Rex Sage. I don't think they're going to be casting a Blood Moon against us. That's fine. I'm like, it's still okay. God. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to play a bunch of removal. Yeah, I don't understand what his win con is either. I don't get it. Do you have any answers? Yes, I'd like to use E-Witness's ability. Regrowth is a fantastic Magic the Gathering card. Regrowth is way better when it costs only 1 green mana extra and you get a 2/1 out of it. God, I love Eternal Witness. It's like the best card ever. God, and Therese Nielsen drew the art too. Gosh. What is this game? Sure. What's the other target? I discard a card? Sure. I can actually just discard one of these Court of Callings. I don't think it matters that much. His win con's likely a Bedlam Reveler. But, like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Noble? Sure. Actually, I think I'm going to play the Noble. And I'm going to play... I should have played the Selfless Spirit first. But that's fine. It worked out. So I'm going to go to my attacker step. Boop. Boop you on the nose for 3. Somehow that Selfless Spirit survived or made it to the field. And now I'm going to play a Remorseful Cleric. And I think I'm just going to nuke his graveyard now. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got 6 instant sorceries in his graveyard. So if he has a Bedlam Reveler, he just like wins the game. Because he's going to cast it and I can't really do anything about it. Except for attack with his Selfless Spirit, I guess. Which is maybe fine. Dreadbore. Sack it. I see absolutely no reason why I shouldn't. Give these things indestructible until a turn. Like laugh if you have an Anger of the Gods or something. Second Court of Calling is going to do it though, I think. I can't chord for both pieces, right? I mean, he has 2 cards in hand, so he could have like a Lightning Bolt or something, but if he has a Lightning Bolt, why isn't he using it? I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it just leaves me with 3 mana open. And I can't chord for both, but I can chord at his end step and then chord for Vizier on my next turn. So I think that's what we can do if we need to. And I can just like float mana if needed. And I don't think it's worth it to Gavany right now. Because I still lose to Anger of the Gods. And I'd rather not play so much into Anger of the Gods. I'd rather keep the mana up to be able to chord the combo if I need to. Inquisition of Kozilek. You're going to take the other chord. So I wonder what I should get. If I can chord for 2 or 3, excuse me. I could just go get another Kitchen Finks and just like put this game in the bag. I could also just go get an E-Witness. Well, I can get the E-Witness after, depending on what he takes. That makes sense. So you're going to take one of the chords, probably? Because leaving me with both is really bad. What is he doing? Cord. Eternal Witness. Actually, I'm just going to buy back Company. That seems like way better. Yeah, I was going to say, that's just like putting it in the bag. 2-0 that one. On to the next one. This is what happens, Grixis. I play these like mediocre decks on stream and I do terrible. And now I played this deck that I actually like know how to play and I'm very good at and I really love. And we're just like dominating. I guess to be fair, the one of those decks was just like, I don't even know what's going on. And then the first one was Casey Guy, which probably isn't a super bad matchup, but isn't a super great matchup either. They can they have some interaction. That opponent had some interaction. They had like bolts or something out of the sideboard. But the one or two KCI players around here, I know that they don't play much interaction other than like Dismember. So, oh, jeez. If I draw the third land, this hand is probably fine. I know, right? If I play decks that I know, I win. That's how it works. If my bird sticks around, I can Spell Queller on 2, but if my bird doesn't stick around, then I'm just kind of dead in the water. Unless I draw the third land for the Tireless Tracker. So I'm actually going to throw this one back. It was probably... Wow, I'm just going to super snap keep this. It was probably pretty reasonable, but I don't need that one, though. But if I'm playing against a deck that can, like, bolt my bird, then I would not have kept that. I think that hand is very risky. And see, I'm playing against, like, I don't know, some other deck that's doing something. I don't know if I would have kept that. I personally didn't, obviously, but I don't know if I would keep it naturally. What are you doing? What are you doing? Dismember. Oh boy. Is my opponent playing Sultide Death Shadow? If so, they did not grab a black land. That might have been bad on them. Maybe? It's probably Infect, honestly. But I didn't know Infect played Dismember in the main board. That's very weird. Yeah, it's Infect. That was easy. Sure, you got a Noble. There's not much I can do about that one. Man, I really wish my bird had stuck around. I actually just kind of like playing birds and Noble. Come on. Come on. It's real easy. You hit the OK button. Come on, opponent. Seriously? I don't know. Maybe, I guess maybe they have to go to the bathroom. Maybe their wife is giving them, like a sandwich for dinner. It is, like, really late where I am. Kind of late. Maybe their cat spilled soda all over their keyboard. That's probably the more likely scenario. And I'll play these birds. Sent me a message. Oh, sure. Well, thanks, boy. Or girl. Boy was B-O-I. I was not implying your gender. I apologize. Sure. I'm going to get 2 infected. Am I dead? I've, like, super died on this turn before. Just, like, double mutagenic growth. Fetch into become immense. Yeah, that's, like, exactly what can happen. Nope, you got it. I can't really play around that, and I don't want to lose my birds. Come on. Sure. See, this is okay. So we were going back and talking about the discussion we had last round, I believe it was, or the round before, where I talked about how it is usually um, I like this version more. However, the Abzan version actually does a little bit better holding down the fort against Infect because they sometimes play Malira. Not always. They're actually usually on Anafenza nowadays, but they sometimes play Malira. And Malira um, just like slows Infect down to just a grinding halt, right? So minus the Inkmoth Nexus, I guess. No, because it just doesn't deal any damage, right? Yeah, that's how that works. Um, but yeah, I think that sometimes the Abzan version has a little bit better of a game against Infect versus this one. This one is just kind of like trying to ship in the night you, basically. If I draw a Court or Collected Company next turn, we can do wonders. Or I'm dead. Or I'm dead. Please no. Please no, opponent. I really like living. Yeah, I know he's going for it, and I'm about to lose. I'm very upset. This is not fun. Infect is a fun deck. I actually don't mind Infect. It's pretty okay. I just like complaining when I'm losing. Am I dead? No, I'm not blocking. You good. You got it. Double mutagenic growth me. Do it, you won't. Oh, am I becoming minced? Groundswell? Sure. I don't believe you had... Yep, GG's. I'm dead. Alright, let's move on. So, really bad in this matchup. Tireless Tracker is not going to be doing anything. I can't really be sitting around waiting for that. Judge's Familiar is probably fine. Eidolon Rhetoric is good. Path to Exile is good. Unified Will is good. Reflector Mage is good. Spellskite's insane. Alright, let's cut a bunch of the cards that actually aren't that good. I can cut down on a couple of the Viziers, but I need to be able to combo them. It's actually fine. I can just cut a second Vizier. I actually really like that configuration. That's fine. That was one thing I was actually, when I started, Kasali for lands. Ooh, I could see that. I probably should have done that. I guess I didn't really think about it. Oh yeah, this is a good hand. If my opponent doesn't have a quick kill, then I'm going to be able to do a lot of bad things to them. This is my problem. I'll get into the situation where I just like forget that certain cards on my sideboard do things in this matchup. This matchup is so weird. It's always like, it always feels really weird at least. Do they have anything? They might have a turn one play. Hopefully it's just a Noble. I'd be okay with Noble. I'd be less okay with the 1/1. Noble, please. I can't even think of the Glistener Elf. Oh, Noble. Okay, sweet. Awesome. I'm okay with that one. You're a little late to the party there, bud. That's fine, though. You're like one of the best creatures in this deck because you can block everything. If we go to game 3, I'm going to bring in a Kasali for the lands. I feel like that's very good. And I can't die this turn. You've got a Glistener Elf. Alright, so this is very small. What's about to happen? Never mind. I just drew the Reflector Mage. So I was going to say, during your main phase is when you should be interacting with the Infect opponent. And it's for the exact reason why I'm assuming he's thinking about this right now, which is he can play Blossoming Defense on this, but then it eats a card out of their hand just to save it. And it doesn't do it on their turn where he keeps the power and toughness where you're worried about him. So it's technically better to interact with them on your turn. If you have a kill spell for their creature, you should do it on yours, not theirs. And just drawing the Reflector Mage there was perfect. I was just going to, like, Coco into it, hopefully, but that worked really well, too. Sure. I'm going to get hit for 2 Infect, probably. Maybe even 4. This might be the 4th. Come on. You're good. No blocks. You got it. Blossoming Defense. I take 4 Infect. Sure. So I'm going to play the birds as a second blocker, and then I'm going to hold up Collected Company to maybe Reflector Mage their creature when they activate it. Their land when they activate it. Oh, I should have attacked for 2 there. That's fine. I think my plan in this game is combo them, not anything else. And if they don't have the kill on me next turn, I can just Chord for the Devoted Druid, but I'd rather Collected Company into it. Although this, I mean, this kind of telegraphs that I have a Chord. Although, I don't know. Sure. No blocks. Or, yeah, blocks. Dispel? Yep. Alright. I'm at my opponent's mercy. Yep. Yep. That tells me that maybe they don't have, or maybe they just have like double pump spell. I'll block one of them. If you have a Become Immense, you have a Become Immense. Just like... Oh my gosh. Of course they do. GG's. Ugh. That sucked. I think what I could have done in that last turn, instead of just playing out the Devoted Druid and the birds, I could have tried to Coco to maybe get a blocker or bounce something. But my opponent played that game very well, and I didn't really have much that I could do, so my stuff just kind of lined up really poorly. But we're going to try it at the next one. It's going to be alright. Winning the die roll is very important, especially in this game. Sand doesn't really do anything. It's like functional, but it just doesn't do anything. And this doesn't have any green sources. And that's worse. Oh, I should have kept it. Oh my god. Oh, it did have a land. I'm just terrible. I'm just going to get some little bit of information, see what my opponent's doing. And then if they turn one Thoughtseize me, then I guess I don't actually have any information for them. Elf. It's elves. Sure. On to the next one. Okay, so against elves, Unified Will isn't super great. Path is usually pretty good because you want to be able to deal with their creatures. You want some of these things. Really, you just don't. You don't want to be jerking around with some things. And this hand is very functional. This hand would be a lot better, obviously, with a for turn one mana dork, but it's all good. Sure. I doubt that he's going to be interacting too much. Oh, that was a good draw. So they're on green black elves. So this usually means something like Shaman of the Pack, which will just like bolt me or dome me for as many elves as they have. And that's what that usually means. Sure. How'd everyone like that first game? Was it great for you? It was terrible for me. But we get to play one game where our opponent has no idea what we're doing until they've started. Sure, you have a collected company. Archdruid and Shaman for 6. That's not great. Another Coco? Shaman of the Pack? Sure. Gosh, this is a lot of damage. My opponent presents like a lot of lethal here, so. I don't think I'm able to live through this, and that really sucks. Abrupt Decay on that, yeah. I don't know if I have anything. Nope. Alright, you got me. That really sucks. That first game really sucked too. Just like not having anything to do. And then just like mulliganing that hand that I should have kept. That was so stupid. It was very functional at 5. Would have been fine. It's all good though. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I know there's only a couple of you, but really appreciate everyone hanging out and watching me lose a bunch of games to decks that I should probably be better at. If you haven't already, and I know that a couple of you that have been hanging out for a little bit, you probably have. If you haven't already, please hit the follow button. Makes it a lot easier to find my stuff for everyone else, and it also just makes it, pretty awesome going forward, and then you can always be notified when I'm going live and all that stuff. Like I was saying earlier, I really love this Razor Verge ticket. It is like a lot better than the Horizon Canopy I played last weekend. Sure. You got me, opponent. Bloodstained Mire into Swamp likely means something like either Jund or Mardu Pyromancer is more likely. But it could be either or, I guess. It could also be something else. It could be like whatever we fought in the second round. Sure. Sure. Take my cord, probably. I think Reflector Mage is like very bad to take there. Yeah, you got it. But I wanted to let everyone know this is probably going to be my last match for the day, so it's getting a little late. I still need to eat dinner. So I'm going to go ahead and call it quits after this match, but you're welcome to watch me either win or lose against this so far mono black deck with some Bloodstained Mires in it for some reason, probably for a second color or third color. They just happen to have both swamps. Plus Blood Crypt, sure. Please Blood Moon me. Oh, it's Pyromancer. This matchup is not super easy. The last time I played against this was like an actual nightmare. It just sucked. Sucked to fight through. It was not fun. But hopefully we can put it to them a little bit easier this time. Please block. Oh yeah, there we go. I will absolutely trade that off for you. My opponent must not have much going on, so they traded that off. That was like really bad. If they had like a spell there, they could have just used the 1/1 to stop me. Gonna do more damage to yourself? Please do more damage to yourself. Hurt yourself, man. Well, actually undo all of that. Just float a green. Alright. I still gotta do it anyway. That's fine. They likely have something like a Fatal Push. Yeah, that's good. Just the Duskwatch. That really sucks. What do we got? Another Molten Range? Sure. A Chord would be ideal here. Would be the best draw. And there's still 3 in our deck, and if we draw a Chord, the game is over. Oh, that was stupid. My opponent has no cards in hand. I should have just played the Noble first. Get an extra free point of damage. I wasn't paying attention. Mardu Panza? Yeah, basically. Sure. That's not great for me. Actually, hold on. Oh, jeez. This game. I don't even know what my opponent's doing. This is game 1, right? We haven't done any sideboarding. I wonder what's with these, like, bad black-green X decks. That's a good draw. They're not ever going to fight through that if they keep this alive. Yup, we got it. Wait. Oh, because it costs 1 less. I can't undo that. That's fine. I floated a mana that I didn't need to. I'm stupid. It's all good. Yep. Kind of figured that was going to happen. More of these 1/1s, I guess. And not the mana to activate any of it either. It's 3, right? And that's a Chord. For 2? 3? I Chord for 3, I can grab... Hmm. I think if I Chord for 3, I can actually just hold up Chord for Spell Queller. That might be better, actually. Like, attacking the Selfless Spirit into these Thopters is just, like, really bad. I think I'm still okay with that. Oh, I'm so stupid. It's only for 2. Yeah, I think I'm still okay with that, though. Just, like, kill your 2 dudes. Hit you for 2 down to 4. Well, we got it. So that's all that matters. Okay, so against these Against these decks, Judge's Familiar is really bad. I like cutting one of the Birds of Paradise. I like cutting a couple of Viziers. I like another Reflector Mage. I like both Kitchen Finks. I don't think they're gonna try and Blood Moon me, but it's possible. I just want like a Reflector Mage, and Spellsky's just like really good against their spot removal. And I don't think they were on Mardu Pyromancer, but they were on Mardu something for sure. Oh, maybe I don't want the Reflector Mage. It wasn't super great. Let's just try it like this. We're up a game anyway. I wonder. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Like, especially since we faced this deck twice, or at least something similar twice. It's just been kind of weird. I didn't really think I'd fight something like this. Yeah, this hand is like very functional if my birds lives. Um, on the draw, this hand is like very good, especially if there's a land on top. Oh my gosh. Yep. Land? Oh, baby. My opponent is not going to be happy with this one. They need interaction, like now. Birds, go. Yep. Dragon Skull Summit. Sure. Do you have any way to kill this? Do you have a Dreadbore? Anything? Dreadbore? No. Kolaghan's Command? Anger of the Gods. Alright, neat little trick. Not going to lose the creature. I'm going to untap it twice. Creature doesn't die to the Anger of the Gods. Not drawing a land there kind of sucks, but... Kalidas. Interesting. If I draw a land next turn, this will be sweet. That's not a land. In fact, that is the opposite of a land. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pass. I'm going to let my Duskwatch Recruiter flip, meaning I can Spell Queller on their turn. And I'm probably just going to Spell Queller just about any spell that they cast. Except that one. You can have that one. I wonder if it's worth it to double block this. Probably not. Fatal Push? Probably. Nope, Flashback Lingering Souls, sure. I'd really like to draw a land, please. A land, please. Ding! Alright, so I'm going to Reflector Mage back this Kalitas. And then I'm going to go attacking with the team. And if they want to double block the Duskwatch Recruiter, that's totally fine by me. That's very bad for you. Sure. You have a bunch of Thoptery boys, too. Another Spell Queller. Interesting. Well, I can Cord for 2 with your end step. I don't really want to swing. I mean, I guess I could swing with the Spell Queller, but I don't want to, like, have it die to Bolt, lose 2. I'm going to keep it up for Cord. I'm going to Cord for 2 at their end step. This kind of telegraphs that I have Cord. My opponent probably likely knows what's up, but that's fine. You have the Kalitas. Make sure I click on the Devoted Druid. Probably tapped wrong. Yeah, that's fine. I got a 12. I probably should have kept this and this up with this to play Spell Queller on whatever spell they're about to cast. Huh. Yeah, especially that one. Oh my gosh, I might actually lose this game. God, especially if I keep drawing like that. And I started out 2 of my Viziers too, right? Yep, so there's only 1 left. possible that I definitely misclicked in that last turn. I should have kept um, white and blue open for this spell queller. It could have stopped the anger of the gods. That would have been ideal. They also could have just shot one of my dudes with the artifact, but I mean, it's fine. Discard 2 cards. Gosh. I just feel like crap now. That sucks so much. Collective Brutality on my Noble Hierarch. That one I'm going to Spell Queller, I think. That one's pretty good to stop. I'd rather not give my opponent a zombie by blocking. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, I don't know if I'm going to win this game. I can't really win this race, so we're going to go ahead and move on to game 3, and hopefully not make a silly mistake like that. So this is going to be my last game of the night. Actually, I guess I could probably stick around for another league if people really wanted to. I'd like to continue playing this, if that's all right with everyone else. I don't know who else is here, but if you want to sound off and let me know if you'd rather see this or something else, I will gladly oblige. Or was that game 1? No, it wasn't. It was absolutely not. I actually really like these Reflector Mages. Well, I don't know. Maybe against things like Kalidas. We saw Kalidas and stuff, but I don't know. We're on the play, and we're going to try and jam our combo down their throat, probably. Let's see. What does this hand do? Likely nothing, honestly. It plays lands and spells. It's got a Chord. It's got a Rex Sage in case they try anything. It's got an E-Witness. This is probably fine. I'm going to keep it and regret it immediately. But that's fine. No turn 1 play really sucks out of me, actually. Mr. Grixis, are you the last person in here? Sure. It's at your disposal. You should probably take the Eternal Witness, although taking the Chord and forcing me to E-Witness it back is better. Duskwatch Recruiter is kind of an interesting take there, I think. I mean, I guess it's my first play, but still, I don't think that's very good. Oh my gosh, especially because I just do that. Boom. Sorry about that, had to step away for just a second. Okay, let's see. Well, they know that I have the E-Witness, so I'm just going to E-Witness back my Devoted Druid. And they know that I have the Cord, so next turn I'm guaranteed cording for Vizier, but then I'm not doing anything, really. I don't have the Duskwatch anymore. It's gone. As much as I'd like for that to be still around, obviously. Sure. And I assume they've got some way to stop me from doing things. So I'm just going to play the Selfless Spirit now. Yeah. I made that mistake myself. I should have played Selfless first and then Devoted Druid. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to make all these misplays. It's so bad. So bad. I'm just terrible at this game. It's fine. This looks like a Mardu Pyromancer deck, except they don't have Bedlam Revelers. They have a bunch of other top end, like randomly. I wonder if they're just like trying out various random things. Because they played Pia and Kieran in game 1, right? That's so weird. Yep, I'm at 15. Come on. Collective Company? Could I see another Collective Company for once this league? Alright. That is a very good one. I mean, I'm going to cord. I will force you to take the Vizier of Remedies. It's actually possible that I might have wanted to, because I sided out 2 Viziers, maybe I go for the other Vizier instead of the Devoted Druid, because I have 3 hits to hit the Devoted Druid and only 1 hit to hit the Vizier. Probably should have blocked one of the tokens, but I don't think that matters too much. Thanks. Probably should have played the Noble first, but I guess it doesn't super matter. I just made sure I wanted to hit damage in. Don't have any plays, dude. Come on. Thank you. Just like made sure I got the counter on here, I guess. If I draw Vizier, then, well, I mean, the game doesn't even end, but sure. Just looking for removal at this point. Got that Anger of the Gods was like super good for me. My opponent for some reason cast it, sure. This is something I love. People will sit here and fight and fight and fight over my combo, and then they die to like a stupid Eternal Witness. Sure. Could really use an action card next turn, like Collected Company. We haven't seen a Collected Company like all game. Jesus. In like 18 cards. Gone through a third of our deck and haven't seen a single one. Gotta be kidding me. Alright, good game, opponent. You got me. Christ. That was so bad. Alright, well, like I said, that was the last game of my night. Thank you guys for hanging out. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, please hit the follow button. If you want to, you can also follow me on Twitter, just at Knight of Saint Traft. I think it's KNO Saint Traft. It's pretty easy to find me. And eventually these will all be up on YouTube, and you guys can follow there as well, which would be awesome. Following doesn't cost you anything. It really helps other people find my things and kind of get my name a little bit more out there, which is exactly what I want to be doing. So thank you guys, and I will see you all later, and goodbye.